The last thing for March 2, 2026. I'm sitting outside this afternoon. It is March 2nd, and the weather is beautiful here. Don't exactly know the temperature, but we're probably up in the low teens right now, and the grass is starting to grow, and it's quite beautiful here where I'm at. Mike Brilla, this is just below where I was sitting when we interviewed in the summer together and talked on your podcast. I'm listening to this afternoon. I listened to episode 2 of the Inspired Athlete Mental Performance podcast with Mike Brilla, formerly the Inspired Teacher podcast. And so, Mike, thanks so much for your podcast episode today called Embrace Struggle. I really appreciate as a sports coach, performance coach, that you are sharing the learning that you are doing here on your podcast, and how you talked about wrestling this past weekend from a family perspective, from a coaching perspective with your team, to even a mental performance coach perspective as you were working with one of your athletes who was on his way to win some medals and things like that. You talked about the struggle and the ups and downs and the emotions of all that, and ended up talking about how we need to demonstrate the hard work that needs to be done so that our students can see that, and that we are not just taking the easy way. Because, a lot of students and people in our world today like to take the easy way. Just take it and go the easy way. If that means using artificial intelligence in the classroom to get away and get through their, check boxes so that they can get a good grade, but they don't learn anything, that good grade has less meaning. I know universities look at that and see that number and go, oh, they must be really smart. But I think there's more that we got to do about talking to students about cheating the system and cheating themselves. Cheating themselves, that's the biggest thing at the end of the day. Whether we win a wrestling match or not has a lot to, that's important, winning, but it's more important about how we get there and how we do the work that we do. Same thing with schoolwork, and we got to communicate that to our students. So, Mike, I appreciate the message you dropped on Season 3, Episode 2 of the Inspired Athlete Mental Performance podcast. Take a listen for yourself, people. Have a fabulous day. That's the last thing I got for today. Okay, bye-bye.